And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at Arizona. They were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance.
Well, right now for Arizona, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Oh, we all know talking the talk is easy, but carrying through, that's another story. The naysayers' predictions were basically on point.
A look at Arizona's starting group. They've got Smith. Green is out there with Z. And it's Cool Hands, and it's Money in at the point. Silk is out there with Bottoms. And there's Money. And it's Mr. Fundamentals. And it's T in at the 5 down low. We've got a terrific front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who was the toughest power forward you had to defend?
Okay, I'm going to give you the same answer I always have. When I was in the West Coast, any given week, this is who I had to guard in a week's time. Tim Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Robert Horry, it's Karl Malone. That was all in the West Coast, and I think I played in the golden era of power forwards, and so I would just say put all their names in the hat, pick one out, and that's who was the toughest, because it was like that every night.
Hall of Famers, including yourself. Here's Z. Here's Cool Hands, and he dunks it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roll that freely on the glass.
Here's Bailey. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Money. He's coming off a 10-point game again.
And there was a lot he gave him on that other end of the floor. Don't forget about that. His defense was a big factor. He ended up with 3 steals.
Now, here's Howard. Passes it to T. Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wildcats.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
And for Arizona, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And that's a foul called on Bottoms. That is his first foul of the game. And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Z. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And the rejection by Smith. Here's Green. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He had a 12-point outing in their last game again. Pass to Bailey. 6 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And for Arizona, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. There's the pass to Jeter. And they call an illegal screen here.
And just a little too amped up here early. 2 fouls on him already. That's going to affect his playing time.
Dubs checked in for Arizona. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Silk. He picked up 15 points in their last win again. Howard drives in, pass to Bailey. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. No good on the shot. Bailey's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Bounce pass Smith. Here's Money. Back to Smith. Fires the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Passes it to T. And it's blocked. Second shot opportunity. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Z. Lays it up and banks it in.
Timeout.
Chris, we're getting into a new season, but already we're seeing teams hit that injury bug early on.
Yeah, Kevin, don't you just hate to see it? So hopefully those guys come back healthy. And, man, you hate seeing that, but I tell you what, again, injuries can always also have a positive effect. If you get that injured player back, let's just think you get to give guys time that didn't get that much time before. So they're getting kind of 2 seasons within one. The playoffs come, you get that healthy player back. And by the way, you have a guy that you've developed off the bench, and now you have a deeper team, a little more depth.
Oh, that's blocked. Pushing it up. The pass to Jeter. Here's Z. Rebounded by Bailey.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
T. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
They get it back. Good.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. A tough one.
Howard with it. No good on the 3. Here's Smith. Makes it off the glass.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint. Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
The Erasers checked in for Bottoms. They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Here's T. It's hauled in by Arizona. Z's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's T. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Arizona leading by 6. Here's Z. It's blocked, and he recovers it. The layup off target.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy layup.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Money. Smith outside. Pass to Dub. Lets it go from deep. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Here's Morrow. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Z. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Silk passes to Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one misses. Guys sometimes don't make it big when they first get on the scene. Late bloomers that have caught your eye right now in the league. Guys that have really picked up their game.
Well, how about D'Angelo Russell?
Good one,
Let's talk about getting traded, having to move at a young age. That really could be devastating for some players. So for him to have the skill set and the mental frame of mind to fight over that, I love it. And how about Julius Randle? I mean, I didn't see it coming. I knew he was a beast. But he's a beast.
You mean he's a beast?
Yeah, something like that.
Now here's Williams. An 11-point game for him in the win again. And the shot goes in. And the Wildcats lead by 7.
Just like butter. The finger roll is all about the feel. He's got plenty of that.
Howard can't hit. Arizona shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here is Elliott. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Champ, the pass to Dub. The kick out to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped. It's stolen by G.
Oh!
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Arizona leading by 7. Now here's Williams. Pass to Dub. Kicks it to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Arizona needs to get off a shot. Williams for 3. Another 3 for Arizona.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside Howard. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Thunder's checked in for Silk. And Arizona also making a switch. Lee's checked in. Elliott against Smith. And the pass to Thunder. Shot clock at 6. Here's Johnson. Scored the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Williams against Howard. Pass to Champ. Back to Williams. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Williams against Howard. It's stolen by Smith. Howard with the steal. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Wildcats lead by 10. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Wildcats so far, what do you guys think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated, seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
So on the floor for the Wildcats. Goose out there with Lee. Then it's Smith. Then it's Williams. And it's Green in at the 3. Howard, the pass to Johnson. The second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Johnson's got his third basket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Green. Five on the clock. Passes it to Lee. And he gets it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Bailey, he's checked in for the eraser.
One shot.
Lee, no good on the free throw. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives who bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give him a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
High post, Howard working on Green. Here's Thunder. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the pass to Johnson over Smith. That's good. And the Arizona lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Johnson.
And since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
Williams passes to Lee. Back to Williams. Pass to Lee. Lays it up off the glass.
Timeout.
Lee's got the lead up to 14 now for Arizona.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Money's checked in for Smith. Gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pass to Howard. From 13, headshot off. And so Arizona will take it the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
Now, here's Howard, and he makes that one. Howard's got his second basket of the night. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. The 3 nailed from three-point land. 6 points for Money.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Passes to Howard.
Come get it. Come get it.
5 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the first one drops. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, and as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs they just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of a rule. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Now here's Williams. Defense right on him. To the wing on the left. Money. Misses the wing chair.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Now here's Howard. He's tightly guarded. Here's Thunder. Off target with his 3. Arizona leading by 14. Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Howard, the pass to T.
Nice.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Now here's Lee. He's got 10. And here is Williams. The tray. Traps in the tray. Williams has got 10 points.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. and those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Here is Howard. The Wildcats getting their last shot to go. Kept alive. Thunder passes to T.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Arizona leading by 17. Here's Money. 6 points for him. Tries from 16. Here's Lee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And he's just had 1 attempt at the line earlier.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Z's checked in for Arizona. He hits the second from the line.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Howard. Good on the triple. Howard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Z the pass to Green. Over Moore. Second chance shot. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Now the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. And Howard has it in the corner. Inside. That's tipped. Off on the layup. Gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Lets it go with a 3. That's good. And the Arizona lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Mr. Fundamentals. Money passes to Jeter. This is the lead. Pass to Money. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Money's got 8 points.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Howard, the pass to Silk. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, guarded by Green. Mr. Fundamentals passes to T, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's Z. No good that time.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
They recover it. Pass to T. Another shot. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. That shot off the mark. Being about 42% so far. Here's T. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good. Wildcats making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Jeter. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against.
It was his rebounding. It stood out even more than me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
Arizona shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Howard's checked in for T. And Arizona also making a switch. Champs checked in for Z. He's perfect from the line this time. 20 seconds left here in the second. Now Howard. He's got 7. Pass to Elliott. Over Smith. And it's Arizona enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Looking at the Wildcats, Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One guy who's been getting it done is T.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. They've got T. Bottoms is out there with Silk. It's Mr. Fundamentals. And it's Howard in at the 1 spot. Z. And so it looks like Arizona will retain possession here. It's stolen. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, covered by Smith. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Not going to go that time.
And they continue to control the glass. Green passes to Jeter.
Smith on the wing. He's guarded by Howard. Drills the three-pointer. And 11 points for money. Being about 42% so far. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, covered by Smith. That's good. And the Arizona lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Howard.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
It's hauled in by Arizona. Z the pass to Money. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Fires for three. Another three for Arizona.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
Now, here's Howard. He's got 13. The pass to Mr. Fundamentals. 4 on the shot clock. Releases. It's hauled in by Arizona. Z's got 7 rebounds in the game. Green finds Smith. Here's Z, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his second trip to the free throw line. The first one falls. Goose, he's checked in for cool hands. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We've seen Money really having a great game.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Bailey. It's good. Bailey's got his second bucket tonight. Arizona leading by 12. Green passes to Goose. Green with the ball. Here's Z on Monday and then on Thursday.
You know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Bailey. Here's T. Got a piece of it.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Arizona getting their last shot to go. T, the pass to Howard. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And that one is off to the left wing. Passes it to Money. Arizona moving the ball around. Z, he's guarded by Howard. Doesn't go that time. Gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. The pass to T. No good, shot missing. And the Wildcats the other way now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Goose, the pass to Green. Smith outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Z. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. Williams, he's checked in for Money.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Being just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Howard against Williams. Here's Morrow, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Morrow drops them both. Arizona leading by 17. Here's Z. No good with the hook shot.
To make an argument for the kick-out pass there. D had him 2 bottled up.
And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Johnson with the block. Here's Morrow. It's deflected. Here's Goose. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For Arizona, they've been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And he knocks down the first one. Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there and not taking away the shine from the team.
Here's Goose. Pass to Williams. Johnson with the block. The dish now to Howard. Pass to Thunder. Johnson kicks to Howard. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Z is guarded by Johnson. Here's Z. Champ, great positioning on the putback. And the Wildcats lead by 13.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Back to Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Passes it to Goose. And there's the pass to Champ. Z is guarded by Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot's good by Williams.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Thunder passes to Howard. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Arizona. Champ's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Goose. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And Jay, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. Silks checked in for Thunder. Gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Howard finds Morrow. Back to Howard. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Outside Williams. Pass to Champ. Clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's his first trip to the line. No good on that one. Cool hands checked in for Arizona. And he sinks the second.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Outside Howard. Here's Morrow. No good, unable to end this run.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Champ, the pass to Goose. And the wide open shot from Green. They grabbed their own miss. Jeter. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the wing right side. Elliott kicks to Howard. Johnson outside. Here's Silk. He's guarded by Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Howard. Doesn't go for him. And so Arizona will take it the other way. Here's Cool Hands. Morrow with the rebound. Morrow's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Elliott. It's hauled in by Arizona. Champ's got his 5th rebound in this one. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Williams. Launches it. That one doesn't drop. 39% from the floor. Not their best. Johnson right side. Passes it to Silk. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Williams for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Williams has got 16 points. And it's Arizona taking a 19-point lead into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Arizona leading by 19 points. So on the floor for the Wildcats. We've got Green. Cool Hands is out there with Champ. And there's Money. And it's Smith in at the shooting guard position. Jeter the pass to Green. Shot clock at 6. Over Moore. Here's Champ, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Wildcats lead by 21. Bailey passes to Morrow. Smith against Elliott to the inside.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And here's Arizona now. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. But they'll get another chance.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Johnson outside. Pass to Elliott. Back to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Over Smith. Misses off the left iron.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. There's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Bailey misses. Arizona leading by 21. Here's Cool Hands, and that one good. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Elliott. It's hauled in by Arizona.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Silk. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all three of these leagues I'm in on.
Z's checked in for Arizona. Gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. The pass to T. To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for Silk.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Money passes to Smith. Jeter kicks to Green. Here's Money. He's guarded by Howard. Rebounded by Bailey. Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Drops in the layup for 2.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Here's Money. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Now here's Howard. Pass to Bailey. Here's Silk. Goes up on the wing. And he overshot that one, missing.
Oh, just everything right about that crossover. Just didn't have anything left there for the finish.
Passes to Money. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
That free throw, no good.
He's taken an aggressive approach since halftime, drawing fouls, getting to the line, forcing the D in the bad spots.
And he's good on the second. Smith, the pass to Money. Outside, Green. Here's Money. He's guarded by Howard. And finally they hit one.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Here's Bailey. And the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Shot clock at 5. To end the run, and he comes up with the deuce. And here is Green. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players. like old school on the park, I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
So both teams making some changes here. And here's Arizona now. Here's the Wizard. Pass to Hazard. On the wing, Lee. No good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Here's the kid. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Kane. Lee with the block, and they'll keep possession. Arizona leading by 23. Here's Hazard. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see, and if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. See Webb, excellent. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Wildcats.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Z.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play. You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
Here's Hazard. Passes it to Dub. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Silk passes to T. 6 to shoot. Here's Mr. Fundamentals with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Here's Money. So we see the Wildcats get the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.